This is a complete 10 minutes YouTube automation tutorial that I created for my private students. I just decided to post it here so that those of you who have been following me and learning from my free content can also watch it and help themselves grow. This is their first project for this particular batch. So maybe it's because of the spirit of Easter that I decided to post it here. So this is your opportunity to get started with YouTube automation. In this video, I taught you how to create a complete faceless YouTube automation video with just one AI tool. Is it possible? Yes, it is very, very possible. So those of you who have been crying because of Grok and the rest of them that you have to pay money before you make use of, this video is for you. This is your time to learn and get started. Always remember that my private coaching is still very active. So watch the video. Let's get to my phone immediately. Now we are going to be using just image to run this particular project. Okay, no video, just image. You see, what I found out is that a lot of YouTube automation students, they overthink this thing, and a lot of creators too do the same. They overthink this thing, and that is why all of them are crying because Grok is no longer free. That's why they are all crying, because they overthink it. Before AI came, we were doing faceless content creation. Yes, we use stock footage and the rest of them. So we are going to use just ChatGPT, one AI tool, to generate a full faceless video. That's what this project is about. Okay, so we're going to be using ChatGPT. Now I assume you have gone through your prompt engineering. You understand everything I taught you on how to make a good prompt to get a good whatever you want from AI. So first of all, we're going to be getting the story we are going to be using. All right, now what do? Tell the AI the kind of story you want, or give it a summary of the kind of story you want. Don't go and tell AI, tell me a story, blah 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 blah, or tell them, give me a story and blah blah. No, give it a summary of the kind of story you want, or this particular story you want. Tell it the story, and then you see the magic. All right, the response you get when you tell it and a summary of the story, and the response you get when you just tell it to narrate a story for you will never be the same. So let us go. I'm going to tell it to act as a YouTube scriptwriter with over 10 years of experience. Generate a story for me. The story is about a girl is that she later reunited family to a mark on her forehead in the city. So he's crafting the story. This is what anybody can do. So the simplest way to actually make your faceless content, right? So we have it now. See, the market was alive that morning. Voices rose and fell like music. Women laughed over a basket of tomatoes. Don't let go, her mother said gently, glancing down with a smile. I won't, Tamara. But life can change in a single moment. A loud crack echoed in the distance. Now, I'm not going to be reading all that. So the story is ready. Okay, this is an amazing story from what I'm seeing now. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is the step 2, which is what I taught you in the prompt engineering. We're going to tell it to break the story, generate the necessary scenes of the story using Nigerian settings. Okay, so it's going to generate the scenes for the story. So it just told us a simple story. Now we want to get the scenes, different scene, what is going to happen on this scene, the next scene, what is going to happen, the next scene, what is going to happen. All right, the next thing we are going to do is to tell it to generate images for the whole scene. Now the reason you don't carry all these things and give to ChatGPT to an AI wants to do immediately is that it is not realistic. You cannot be a scriptwriter, editor, and blah blah blah. No, it's not possible. So the same assumption is what we use when we want to get anything out from AI, so that it will be realistic. So it can give you a realistic answer. When you compile everything, it's going to start even giving you stories that's giving somebody answer it has responded to before. All right, but this one, you give a chance to create something unique for just you. All right, so now we're going to tell it to generate an image prompt for the whole scene. All right, this image prompt is what we are going to use to generate the images for the whole scenes. All right, so how this is the workflow of proper faceless content creation. Workflow, we call it workflow. So we say generate image prompt for each of the scenes. for each of the scenes. Now it's going to give us image prompt. This image prompt is what we are going to use to generate the images, right? Okay, now like I told you, I'm not going to be using any external tool. We want to do everything right here on ChatGPT. This is our first project. Okay, this is our very first project. Okay, thank God there is the image feature now on ChatGPT. So we are going onto that immediately. So what are we going to do now? Since we now have the prompt, we are going to copy this prompt, go to image generator, all right, input the prompt. It's going to give us image. We keep doing it until we generate all the images, right? So we are going to go with the first prompt. So we click on copy, click on this plus sign, and then click on create image. So let us paste the first prompt. We click on paste, we click on generate. Let's wait for it to generate the image. Okay, you can see the image is ready. This is the market scene where the war broke out and then the girl got missing. You can see it's looking like I told you to use Nigerian settings, all right? So you can see this is a pure Nigerian market scene. Okay, so we have to download it. Let's download it first. Okay, download. So we have downloaded it to our device. Now we'll proceed to copy the second prompt. Scene 1. So let's copy and get the image for scene 2. So let's copy this and then we'll go down again. We'll switch it to image. I'm just being careful. I don't know if it's still on the image. So we'll switch it to image again and then we paste and then we'll click on generate. Let's wait for it to generate the second scene. Wait. See, you don't need any of all those tools to actually make faceless content if you don't have access to it. And my question is always, are you doing this for aesthetics or you are doing it for money? I've always asked this question. All right, so meanwhile, let's download this one. So this is the little girl. So let's download the scene 2. Okay, let's download the scene 2. So click on it and then click on download. So we go back again, copy scene 3. This is how you do it for all the images till you generate all of them. We'll go to create image, then we paste our prompt. Click on generate. Now, while we wait for this image to generate, I just recorded this thing for my students, right? So if you are lucky and I happen to post this video and you are lucky to see it and you want to learn YouTube automation, this is the opportunity to join our private coaching, right? Now, our private coaching is a one-on-one coaching program where we hold you by the hand and walk you through the whole process of YouTube automation. It is not a course. It is a one-on-one program, all right? We take you for like 1 month and then put you through the whole process of YouTube automation. If you're ready to join up, send me a DM or check my page for more information. See, YouTube automation is not what you struggle with. If you don't know it, you don't know it. You are only going to waste your time, all right? So if you are serious, send me a DM. Let's proceed. So this is it. So let us download this particular one. Click on download. All right, so we are good. Now, because of time, we wouldn't generate all the images. So the next thing we're going to do is to go to CapCut to compile it and make our video. Now, I'm supposed to actually tell you about voiceover tool we are going to use and the rest of them, but I don't want us to use any other tool if not ChatGPT and CapCut. So we're going to proceed to CapCut and do the rest of the magic. Let's go to CapCut to fix everything. So click on video. We select all the images. This is the first image. This is the second image. This is the third image. This is the fourth image. So add it up. All right. Now, this is where your editing skill comes in. All right. Some of you may, because you are using image, you make it too boring. You don't know anything to do. You can animate your images without using any tool. All right. Put life to your images. I'm going to show you how to do that as we progress in the class. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do that as we progress in the class. All right, so now let's get the voiceover. I didn't want to do this voiceover thing yet, but no problem, let's just do it. So how do you get a voiceover? All right, you can tell ChatGPT, I have 3 chances remaining. So you can tell ChatGPT, convert into a realistic over script that will be read, include pauses, natural pauses, and timing. So let's go. So it's going to generate the script, convert it into something we can. Now, some people will just copy the scripts like that, all right? You just copy the script. You can still do it like that, all right? Here, I'm just trying to be a little bit professional. Well, I don't have time today, so I'm just going, because there are some editing I'll have to do to the script. So I'll just come here, copy the script, right? So I'm not going to copy all the scripts. I'll just copy some. So I just want to show you how it is done. So we copy this, then we'll go to CapCut, then we click on audio. No, sorry, we click on text. So we look for text to audio on this, then we paste Then we have to select the voice we want to use. All right. So click on done. Now we select the voice we want. Who do we want to use? Let's check. So listen to the voice you want to use if it is what you want. YouTube SER. All right. So I like this. So firstly, I'm going to use this immediately, and then I'll click on next. So I'll click on done split. So it's generating the voiceover. Let us wait for it to generate. So I repeat, why we wait for it to generate? Before to this point, it is your opportunity to join my private coaching, okay, where I hold you by the hand, I walk you through the process, okay? And the price is very, very affordable. But if you are following me, I'm going to give you a massive discount. So when you send a DM or send us a WhatsApp message, tell me you are following me for your own massive discount, okay? Stop struggling and wasting your time on what you don't know. YouTube is not content creation. It is tactical and technical. You need to know the tactics and the techniques in it to get the result you want. That is it. So let us see what we have now. The end is that she later reunited with her family after 6 years due to a mark. This is it. Now, this might not be so realistic to some of you, but if I come down to do it, I will select the voiceover that is realistic. I'm just trying to show you what to do. So take your time and do your project. Don't go and do like my own. Don't rush like me. Take your time, calm down, and give me something realistic. If you give me something that is not good, I'm going to mark you down, right? We'll generate all the scenes and make sure they match with your voiceover when you're setting it up on CapCut. So this way we're going to be calling it a day here. So I'm sending you this video immediately. Thank you very much. I'm sure you have learned everything you need to know. It's in your hands to decide if to proceed with the coaching or not. If you don't have money for the coaching, we have a 3 days program that is coming up on the 10th of April called the YouTube Automation Crusade. So if you're interested, and it's just 5,000 naira, it's a 3 days program where we're going to teach you YouTube automation for just 5,000 naira. If you're interested, every information is on my bio for both the private coaching and the YouTube Automation Crusade. I have done my part.